perception scavenger hunt. Alright, so this picture shows figure versus ground because the text is obviously in front of the shamrock, so you perceive that as the figure, and the shamrock is the ground.
Proximity is shown here in that the groups of paper that are close together are grouped rather than the woman sign, which is off, separated from the group.
Similarity is shown in this because you perceive the pink signs as being together because they're similar in color, and the orange signs are together because they're similar in color.
Continuity is shown here because we see father-daughter dance as connected words rather than just individual letters.
We perceive the lights as being connected because the line is connecting each light, and that shows that they are not just alone.
Closure is shown here in that our minds close the figure to perceive a face, that of George Washington.
Linear perspective is shown because we perceive it to be farther away when the lines converge closer together, even though we know that they're parallel.
Interposition is shown here in that the glass appears to be in front of the chips and therefore looks closer.
Relative height is shown in this picture because even though we know the two bookshelves are the same height, we perceive the one higher in our field of vision back here as being farther away.
Relative size is shown here in that we know all the cars are roughly the same size, but the cars closest to our field of vision.
Will Madison Tagger please report to room?
The cars closest to our field of vision look the largest, and the ones farthest away look much smaller.
So we know that the shape of the doors here is the same, and we can still know that because even though the doors look like they're a different shape when they're opened or closed, we still perceive them as being the same.
Size constancy is shown here in that we know I am smaller than the cars, but I look much bigger than the cars.
So we know that the shades in this picture are the same color, even though they're reflecting a different amount of brightness back in the shadows and the brightness, but we know that they're the same brightness.
Color constancy is shown by the bag here in that it looks like it's many different shades of yellow, but we know it's one color through color constancy.
The end.